What is up, guys? You got NotTheWorst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we are taking a look at another silver breakdown for the new Hexe Sanctuary zone. Now, if you're unfamiliar with where that is, you should be pretty familiar since it's an early on zone, but in relation to Calpheon, which is here, it is just south of that a little ways, at least the normal Hexe Sanctuary. This place was typically 50 to 52, as you can see noted there in the past. Kind of could be grinded. It dropped like heave gear, a decent amount of ancient relics when they're selling for a good price, witch earring being the rare drop there as well for it. So the node is Hexe Sanctuary itself. It's actually over here by this Marie Cave entrance, right by that node. You basically go straight to the node manager. We'll walk around the corner there to get to the zones, and I'll show you what over the tombstones in just a second here. First, let's take a look at the drops before we head on over to that Marie Cave. You can see nothing super interesting here. Of note, the heave gear actually does not drop in this area like it does in the regular Hexe Sanctuary. It's a 160 AP rated zone, as you can see here, although it's not necessarily noted on the map. So you've got blackstones that drop. Caphras do drop, although you'll see in a bit, not super randomly. The Witch's Earring can drop, although Caphras are more valuable at the moment and probably will be that way continuing into the future. And then just Spirit Dust and Relics. So nothing super crazy to speak of as far as that goes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the zone and kind of explain how it works here. So you have these gravestones that you're going to hit. Once you hit the gravestone, it spawns these skeleton mobs. They'll continuously spawn to try and attack your gravestone. The gravestone will eventually die. I was finding that it was right at about 10 minutes or so, in between 9 and 11 minutes for me personally, the way I was doing it. You see here, these elites will spawn also. They're the ones that will do the most damage to this gravestone as well. I didn't really spend a lot of time dashing between archers. I know people were talking about that on forums and stuff that I saw, but that didn't seem to be the right method. Mostly just focus on the elite that spawns. It'll only spawn one at a time. Kill him as quickly as you can. It's going to spawn another one, and in between, when he's first running up and coming towards the center, I would kill the archers from there. The elite dudes do kind of hit a decent amount for it, so if you're really low in DP, it's not going to be super amazing for it. As far as AP, it's rated 160. Honestly, anything in the like 200-ish ballpark is pretty solid, especially handling the elites here. So that'll take care of it for the most part. It wasn't too much trouble. It was kind of boring to me, so I didn't do a ton of hours. Just put in 5 hours for this to get kind of a decent idea, because as you'll see, the money is not so great. So let me get that pulled up and let's take a look at how we did there. All right, so we've got our spreadsheet up here. You can see, again, just 5 hours. There's not a super rare drop or anything that's here. This is nothing to speak of. I just really didn't want to put too much time into this zone since it is very bad. And 5 hours ended up averaging about 42 mil. Now, here's the thing. There's not really much as far as dropping. I did end up getting a Witch Earring, which got me a 46 hour, my worst hour being a 39. It's all pretty much right in the same zone. You're going to be floating around that 40 mil per hour zone, and it really just is dictated by your Caphras or Witch Earring drop. Coincidentally enough, the only hour I got 2 Caphras was actually the same hour that I got 1 Witch Earring. Now, the trash loot's worth 1820 here, which isn't terrible. In the grand scheme of things, averaged out around 9,000 or so for it on there. These are adjusted for 20s, not for 5. So let's fix that for you real quick, just so you can see what it's dropping per hour. Although then again, it's not really a huge thing, since this spot is, like I said, not super great. So yeah, the Caphras, you're seeing 1 per hour, basically on the nose on average. A couple of dust. Money is just not a thing here. Now, what is interesting is the skill points. It's my belief this place, obviously not a super money spot. Even at that AP rating, you have options like Gahas, maybe Kadri, Crescents, Polys. These things all generate a bit more money. This looks to compete with Poly's Forest as far as skill points go. You do get around that amount of skill points. I didn't measure it since I just focus on silver for these breakdowns, but I will tell you that I was getting a ton of skill points while doing it for just a few hours here. So it's kind of an alternative to Poly's if you're just sort of sick of grinding Poly's Forest, or maybe you just want to do something a little different where you sit in one spot and get to grind mobs that come to you instead of you bouncing around to them. It's definitely an option for that, and money-wise, it's not that far off from Poly's, although it is worse, and your upper end drops are just non-existent for it, so keep that in mind. It is a little bit of a break, or, like I said, you just want to try something different. So there you go. That's it. I wanted to just get it covered and out of the way. It's not a great spot, especially if you've been playing for a while, but definitely an option if you're looking to grind skill points. Relic shards, just to note, I did have put in at 1 mil in price for these. They do fluctuate a bit, so keep that in mind too. If for some reason they go incredibly low or incredibly high, you can generate a little bit more money than what I have these rated for. From there, the Witch Earrings were in at 2.5. at the time. So that's going to be it for this one. Be sure to like the video if you did enjoy it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you get notifications for new videos just like this when they do go live. And if you'd like to catch me playing live, there's a link to my Twitch page in the description down below as well. You can head on over there and drop a follow to get notifications for that. With that said, that's going to be it for this one. Want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.